Monday morning, everyone. My name is David, and I am your chaplain here at Progressive, and this is this week's Monday's motivation. There's a story about Jesus and his disciples and a boat and a lake in Mark chapter 4, 35 through 41. And this is how the story goes. That Jesus told his disciples, let's get into the boat and let's go to the other side of the lake. And so that's what they did. They got into the boat and they set out, and some other boats followed. And it wasn't too long into that short journey that a storm arose. And this wasn't just any storm. High waves were crashing over into the boat, and the boat was filling up with water quickly. And so they found Jesus asleep in the back of the boat. And so they rushed to Jesus and they shouted at Jesus to wake him up. That they said, "Teacher, do you not care that we're going to die, that we're going to drown?" And Jesus, when he woke up, he rebuked the wind and he told the waves to be still, be silent. And immediately, Mark says, that the wind stopped and there was this great calm over the water. And Jesus turned to them and he said, "Why are you so afraid? Why is it that you have no faith?" And the disciples were absolutely terrified. And they turned and asked one another, "Who is this man that even the wind and the waves obey him?" This story teaches us two things. Number one, there will be storms in our lives that create chaos, and there's nothing that we can do about them. Number two, that Jesus has the power over those storms and is the source of peace. You see, there are going to be storms in our lives, like when you walk in on a Monday morning and there's this mountain of paperwork. And so you're going to have to do something about that paperwork. All of those emails that need to be answered, you have to do something about those emails. Those big project decisions, those employee-to-employer decisions that have to be made. There are chaotic moments in our weeks, and those are things that we really can't do anything about them, in the fact that will they be there or will they not be there. That's part of jobs and that's part of life. But the thing is that Jesus has power over those storms in our life, and he is the source of peace. Well, productivity number 6 says that if you want peace of mind, then the way to do that is to manage your time well. Now, obviously there's a lot of truth in that time management is a good thing. It's a wise thing to not waste time. But there's also a subtle trap that is waiting here for us if we are not careful. You see, if we base our daily peace of mind on whether we got to the end of our to-do list or we received the results that we wanted from that day, then we will inevitably be disappointed. Matthew Perman says that this trap kills our joy and freedom because it makes our sense of peace and effectiveness dependent on our own efforts. And since we're all imperfect, this is never going to work. So in other words, real peace and peace of mind cannot come from us. Oswald Chambers, in his popular devotional book, says this about peace. He says, "The source of peace is God, not myself. It is never my peace, but always his. And if once he withdraws, it is not there." So as we have heard in our story of Jesus and the disciples on that lake, that peace comes from Jesus. So how does all of that translate into your job and into your life? Well, we need to change our goal. Our goal should not be our peace of mind, and then we use all these other things to obtain peace of mind. But our goal should be to serve God and to serve others in the way in which God has gifted us and the positions that God has placed us in. You see, at the end of the workday, if we can say that we have served God and we have served others well, then peace of mind will result in that. See, doing what God wants is what ultimately will result in peace. So if you want peace today, well, serve God and serve others through wherever God has placed you and how God has gifted you here at Progressive. Well, I hope you guys and ladies have an awesome, a safe, and a productive work week.